Hi everybody, I'm Philip Duncan. Thanks for joining us as we track the forecast around the country for our long weekend, Queen's Birthday weekend. But we start with Australia. I wanted to show you this amazing wind map that came out Thursday night, also still showing to some degree over Friday. High pressure down here in southeastern Australia. The wind flow hugging the coastline right around that eastern side, from the south to the north, right up into the tropical north, going past all the main centres like Adelaide, Melbourne, Hobart, Canberra, Sydney, Brisbane and Cairns. So quite a cool image just to show and share with you there. But New Zealand is really where we're focused on, and showing the rain clouds here on this animated wind map, you can see how patchy this low is to the north of the country, and that's why we're seeing a mixture of drizzle, dry spells and downpours for the north. It's not one big solid band of rain, and it also sneaks around a little bit into that eastern side. Easterly quarter winds for the North Island. The South Island, much calmer with lighter conditions there. So this is how we look at midnight Friday. Low pressure up to the north. You can see that easterly flow. The rain, very patchy, but it's mostly around the centre. So Northland and parts of Auckland, although Auckland's really on the fringes of it, as are many of these other areas like Bay of Plenty and Waikato. You might get some heavy rain, it might just be drizzly, you're on the fine line of it, so keep up to date with the latest forecast and obviously the forecast maps and rain radars that we've got. Down the eastern side there are some showers and drizzle patches, and it certainly turns to drizzle the further south you go, because there's a big block of high pressure down here which is going to be settling things down, at least to start with. So as we're going towards Saturday, calm over the South Island with high pressure to begin your long weekend. In the north, the low is slowly retreating. The high is pushing it away, but the southeasterly wind flow is also pretty kind to you guys on the west coast. Places like Taranaki, King Country, Waikato, even Auckland can be pretty nice when you've got a southeasterly, but there's obviously a fair bit of cloud around that rain. So again, northern areas might get some morning rain or showers or drizzle patches, then it breaks up as the day goes on, and showers along the eastern side here should also ease. Later though on Saturday, in comes this little cold front. Doesn't produce a lot of weather, but it does drop the temperatures. So once we get to Sunday, southerlies now coming in for Southlands and parts of Otago and Canterbury, with showers in Canterbury and showers easing in coastal Otago. But the day will be cold. Single digit highs on Sunday in those regions like Southland, Otago and Canterbury. Your highs will be somewhere between 7, 8 and 9 degrees. And the North Island, you also have a bit of a change in the wind flow away from easterlies that will bring the sun out to some areas that were perhaps a little cloudy to start with over the weekend. And then here on Queen's Birthday Monday, it's a cold one for the South Island, but the winds are fading away already, so it's going to end on a slightly milder note than perhaps Sunday did. But now it's the North Island's turn to get the cold weather. Everything south of this blue line here pretty much indicates you're in cold air, so it'll be a chilly one in Wellington. Even Auckland might only get up to around 13 or 14, which I'm sure Southlanders are laughing at, but it is cold for that northern part of the country, certainly after some of the weather we've been seeing lately. And the temperatures here, a little bit hard to see, but the areas in blue are single digits on Monday, and even up here in the so-called winterless north, it's still green, which is showing highs in the low teens pretty much there. So that's the long weekend. I hope you have a great one no matter where you are. We'll be updating you across the weekend with our news updates and weather forecasts at weatherwatch.co.nz and on our free app. Make the most of this long weekend. It's 4.5 months until our next one. That's why WeatherWatch was lobbying for a holiday in the middle of winter, but so far we haven't been very successful. Anyway, have a great weekend. We'll catch you again on Tuesday.